Now, let's work with something called Metaball inside of Cinema 4D. So, Metaball is something that you can create liquid or clay-like structure over here and animate them as well. For this, you actually need something like a sphere. It does work with other shapes as well, but not nearly as good. So I have the sphere as you can see right here, but here you got segments at 16. I'm just going to decrease it because I do not need much segments onto this. So I can create duplicate version of this, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do is join them all together by using something called Metaball. So it is available over here, as you can see, and there's Metaball right here. So let me just click on this. And I'm going to drag all of the spheres inside Metaball, as you can see. So here is Metaball, and they kinda join together, as you can see. So I can bring out the sphere right here, and you can see that it forms a sticky like substance right here. So kinda do a liquidy type of animation right here. You can also resize everything out, so you can resize it, and you can see that it really sticks onto this just like that. So you can move it around and over here. Sphere as well, you can move it around at the side and over here just like this. So there's also the radius that you can work with and everything else under the individual shapes, as you can see. Then let me go to the Metaball settings and let's see what we can do. There's the half value, which is 100% right now. That means there's a very good level of detail. I can also increase it, and you can see that the individual objects actually spread out once I do that. But if I were to actually decrease it, they stick even more together. So you can see that if I were to move the sphere over here, you can see that they form something like this liquidy animation right there. So they stick to each other in more liquid form, just like that. You can also go over here onto the editor Subdivision, so that makes it much more smoother, or you can see much more shallow, just like this. So if you really want to decrease the level of details right here, that is, you want to increase the render time, you can actually use this just like that. You can see that the level of detail right now is very low, as you can see. So you can work around with that as well, or you can increase out to actually increase this out to increase the level of detail. Usually I like to keep it slow in the beginning and then increase the level detail later, or I want to add in a subdivision, so that works as well. So I can actually add in a subdivision surface, add in a metaball to it, metaball under it, and you can see that it is much more smoother, just like that as well. So you can also optionally do this. So in the subdivision, in the metaball right here, so if I were to increase and decrease this, you can see that you get much more of a smooth effect and everything else, just like that. So over here, you can bring it in, bring it out, just like that, and you can see that there's different sort of an effect going on right over there. So in the metaball, you can see that there's render subdivision as well, just like that. So let me just actually go over here. But if I were to decrease this, so let's say this is the temporary view right here, you can increase the render subdivision as well. So once you render everything out, it is more smoother. So if I were to press Ctrl R, you'll be able to see that it is much more smoother. So you can increase and decrease this. You can increase or decrease this, as you can see. Let me decrease this out to something like around 2 centimeter. Let's press Ctrl R right over here, not Ctrl R, but I actually have to render it here. And you'll be able to see that it is much more smoother as an output over here if you were to use this in the render settings. So there's exponential fall off that you can turn on, so you can see that there's different kind of an effect. Once you do that, you can see that this is how it works. And over here you can also do accurate normals, and that actually smoothens things out. So this is how you can work around with Metaball inside of Cinema 4D. And in future lessons, we are going to see how we can utilize Metaball to actually create more liquidy type of effect. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.